Greetings to Weixin TV's audiences around the world. Today is Monday, January 9th, 2023, and it's now 11:30 p.m. in Taiwan. I'm Fiona Zhang Xinfang. Welcome to the weekly report of Taiwan Weixin Shengjiao, the sagely teachings of the heart at Weixin TV station. Time goes by so quickly. We're looking forward to the coming of the Lunar New Year. First, we would like to wish you a Happy New Year. Today's headline is the 2023 Chinese United Ancestors Worship Ceremony held at the headquarters Xianfousi Temple on January 1st. Chanjishan Weixin Shengjiao founder Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi presided the ceremony as the chairperson. He led Weixin followers and the public to trace back to their origins and fulfill the Tao of filial piety to the great people. The ceremony prepared the Dharma feast for appeasing the souls of the ancestors of the Chinese people. We pray for the future generations, the safety and harmony of the mundane world and the underworld, and world peace. Now, let's take a look at the special report of the 2023 Chinese United Ancestors Worship Ceremony.
The 2023 Chinese United Ancestors Worship Ceremony was held on New Year's Day at the Thousand Buddha Zen Hall of Weixin Shengjiao headquarters, Xianfousi Temple. The chairman of the Ancestor Worship Ceremony, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi, led the Weixin Shengjiao organizations and representatives of fellow cultivators from each branch temple to ascend the altar to worship the ancestors. They expressed the filial piety of Chinese descendants in tracing their roots and paying respect to their ancestors. In the early morning of the New Year's Day, the chanting masters of Weixin Shengjiao Chanting College began to ascend the altar, recited all the scriptures, and invited all heavenly sages, deities, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas to descend to the altar for the grand ceremony. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi led the fellow cultivators to worship the Buddha, then instructed the representatives of the three ancestors' descendants and fellow cultivators.
由中华民族联合祭祖总会承办，及维新圣教功德基金会承办，以及维新圣教易经大学承办，联合举办了15坛的祭祖大典，感动了中华民族15615姓氏列祖列宗之祖灵，皆得欢喜信受。随着维新圣教易经大学维新贤士每日在台湾各地深涵听经闻法，共修中华文化道统、易经、风水和宗教，融为一炉，金丹法门。这是王禅老祖自从民国71年7月23日，以九大菩萨开启南天圣门之后，最重要的课题。这是去年7月23日开启南天门， 是由台湾祖师尊天法旨，请开天九大菩萨联合在南天门打开之后，由南天而降，万仙万佛万圣都从南天而降，才有天德经所开示的万仙万佛万圣来从南天，去从南天。万仙万佛降台湾，是来迎接中华民族15615姓氏列祖列宗之祖灵，回归南天净土，转生西方极乐世界佛净土，以为本愿。
Grandmaster pointed out that Wang Chan Laozu descended to the mundane world and led the Weixin cultivators and the Chinese ancestors to practice Chinese cultural orthodoxy, the Yijing, Feng Shui, and religion. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi led the masters, lecturers, and Weixin cultivators to awaken through a heart-to-heart meeting with all ancestral spirits. The descendants of the three Chinese ancestors can no longer behave as what they have done for 5,000 years in large and small wars. Peace across the Taiwan Straits, world peace, and the world as one family are the wishes of the 9 Bodhisattvas of opening Southern Heaven. The branch temple hosts and masters of the branch temples all over Taiwan led fellow cultivators back to the Shenpo-Si temple to worship Buddha and wait for the ancestor worship ceremony to begin. At 10 o'clock in the morning, the Xinwuji dance troupe danced 500 arhats in front of the Weixin main hall as an offering to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Wang Chan Laozu, and all heavenly sages and deities. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi praised Miss Wang, the teacher of the dance group, and the dancers for performing such a solemn and extraordinary dance to show that Wang Chan Laozu and all the immortals and Buddhas are watching over Taiwan and pray for the peace of Taiwan. In the afternoon, the 17th ancestor worship ceremony began after making an offering to the deities with the 8 kinds of sound performed by a musical group. The chairman of the ceremony, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi, offered fragrant flowers, vegetarian fruits, and vegetarian food to the ancestral spirits of the Chinese nation. On behalf of the descendants of the Chinese nation, Grandmaster's wife offered flowers, followed by the Chinese United Ancestor Worship Ceremony Association ascended the altar to worship the ancestors, and President Wu Hongqi respectfully read out the ancestor worship text to the ancestral spirits. Afterward, all organizations of the Weixin Shengjiao ascended the altar one after another to worship the ancestors, and fellow cultivators in each branch temple also ascended the altar to worship the ancestors in order. After branch temples finished worshipping ancestors, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi ascended the altar again. He performed the 3 refugees rites for the ancestors, hoping that all the ancestors could be reborn in the Western Pure Land, practice Tao together, and attain enlightenment together. The public wholeheartedly sent their ancestors to the Pure Land of Southern Heaven, reborn in the Pure Land of Western Paradise, and ancestor worship ceremony was completed. Weixin reports, headquarters Shenpo-Si Temple.
Take a break. We will come back soon. Coming up next, is this week's Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi's footprint. Let's take a look at the outdoor education of the Heaven Appraisal Doctoral Program and Perspective Lecturer Training course.
On December 29, 2022, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi led virtuous cultivators of Heaven Appraisal Doctoral Program and Prospective Lecturer Training course to visit Yushan at Tataka and north of Lion and Elephant keep the river outlet in Jiji. He introduced the natural laws of feng shui and the destruction of construction work, and encouraged everyone to learn feng shui and protect the natural environment. When they arrived at Tataka in the early morning, on the way into the visitor center, the Formosan macaques were playing along the path, completely unafraid of strangers, indicating that there were few tourists during the epidemic and nature had returned to the forest animals. People and nature can coexist peacefully. After the virtuous cultivators had arrived, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi wished everyone a happy new year and instructed them on returning to the nature, using the example of the Formosan macaques.
今年是壬寅年，壬寅年是猛虎归山，猛虎爬上山岛顶顶来，才会向欺负。猛虎下山，会去往高山来欺负。好了，我们今天咱放假去高山啊，一只嘛足温顺的。 这等咱炸迄个饼干来甲因供养，因会当大家生存生活是足厉害的，我足佩服的。因拢无穿外套，嘛无地无啊，一只活甲遐尼快乐，这就是回归大自然的启示。
Furthermore, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi introduced the feng shui site at Tataka, the geographic pattern of Wandan Mountain in the mountain range of Yushan, and a geography feng shui verse written by Yang Benxian, who came to Taiwan during the Qing dynasty. He advised virtuous cultivators to be wise and not to go around like ordinary feng shui masters. Moreover, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi invited Master Yuan Ji and Master Yuan Yi, president of Yijing University, to explain the feng shui of Yushan and teaching virtuous cultivators to identify the shapes of the mountains. In the afternoon, they came to the feng shui site in Jiji. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi instructed virtuous cultivators to understand that the treasure lands should be used properly, not for personal benefits. Further, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi explained the landscape of the north of Lion and Elephant keeps the river outlet. He also pointed out that the feng shui sites destructed by the construction work. Master Yuan Yi and Master Yuan Ji explained the current state of local geography to virtuous cultivators and encouraged them to have a noble aspirations and cultivate themselves for the benefit of the country and humanity. After a successful outdoor education, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi joined the masters and virtuous cultivators of the Yijing University for a year-end appreciation banquet to thank Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi and the teachers for their hard work throughout the year. With a cup of tea, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi wished everyone a happy new year. 维新 report 吴云珍、尤慧玲南投。
禅机山唯心圣教 held the right to enlighten kids at Hunyuan Cultural Hall on January 2nd, 2023. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi enlightened the children in person and blessed them with health, safety, intelligence, and becoming those with abundant knowledge and wisdom. Next, take a look at the Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi's footprint.
禅机山唯心圣教 held the rite of enlightening children at Hunyuan Cultural Hall on January 2nd, relying on the virtue of Fengcan Laozu and 9 Bodhisattvas of opening southern heaven. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi presided over the rite to enlighten kids under the age of 15 for their spirituality and self-nature. The rite started at 8 o'clock. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi spoke a mantra, held 3 sticks of incense and scriptures, presided the rite in person to enlighten kids. Aside from snacks like puffed rice and ice cream, organizers also gave family who visit Q&A session a chance to win special prize, like balloons or blowing bubbles. As soon as the gifts were received, children's playtime began, We can see from their wide smiles how happy they are. All participants have fun on this meaningful event. After blessing on 500 kids, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi instructed to everyone that all participants have worked very hard and waited from morning until midnight. I'm not lazy and you are also very patient. Wait here for blessings. This is life. When we wait for good, then came blessings. Today, there were 9 bodhisattvas arrived Weixin Shengjiao College to bless children. Some stay short while others stay longer. It's all because of causes and conditions. It was indeed hard work. Volunteers stood here all day and served everyone without complaint. Their merit were immeasurable. Wish you all were safe, loved, and happy. The 2023 Enlightening Children came to a close at 6:18 p.m. We not only would like to express our gratitude to Wangcan Laozu and 9 Bodhisattvas, but also feel thankful to Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi's blessings on children, to bless all children healthy, safe, and growth with blessings and wisdom under the blessings of 9 Bodhisattvas. Weixin Report, He Min, You Huilin, Weixin Shengjiao College.
It's time for the latest news of Weixin Shengjiao College. The new semester's registration rate has reached 100%, which is an outstanding performance among the current universities around Taiwan.
According to the data released by the Ministry of Education for 111th academic year, the enrollment rate of all freshmen at Weixin Shengjiao College ranks one of the 9 universities with 100%. The Weixin Shengjiao College is the key to development of Yijing Feng Shui academic education. We welcome students to apply for it. On December 28, the Ministry of Education announced the enrollment rate in the 111 academic year. Due to the declined birth rate to many colleges, the impact of the pandemic, and the city's prejudice incident, the enrollment rate of the 90 colleges is less than 60%, which is an increase of the 12 compared with the 110 academic year. In addition, there are also 5 doctoral programs with 0 new students. However, there are 9 universities in Taiwan with a registration rate of 100%, which is 1 less than the 110 academic year, including 7 public universities and 2 seminarians. Weixin Shengjiao College is one of them. This is the blessings of Wangcan Laozu, which also highlights the importance of the Yijing Feng Shui education curriculum in this area. We should cultivate religious care along with pluralism so as to be able to promote wisdom and create a sustainable development of the management of agriculture, commerce, and industry. Hopefully, our graduates can become leaders in government and business. With them, society can be peaceful and prosperous, and then reach world peace at the same time. All in all, students are welcome to apply for the master programs of Weixin Shengjiao College to learn the way the world economy. Weixin Report, Weixin Shengjiao College.
Take a break. We will come back soon. Weixin Shengjiao Yijing University Xihu Classroom has just celebrated its 3rd anniversary with the benediction ritual. On December 30th, they donated the goods and offerings to the township office for those in need. Take a look.
Changjishan Weixin Shengjiao Xihu Classroom had just completed its 3rd anniversary disaster elimination and benediction ritual. After the ritual, on the morning of December 30th, they donated the offering materials to the local township office for sharing the blessings with the villagers. At 8 a.m. of that day, with the assistance of Section Chief Chen of Xihu Township Affairs Office, Lecturer Yuan Feng guided the fellow cultivators of Xihu Classroom to pack the rituals offering materials into nearly 800 packages. Then these packages were transported to Xihu Township Office by truck. Secretary Li, on behalf of Xihu Township Mayor, accepted the donated materials and thanked Weixin Shengjiao Xihu Classroom for its kindness in charity. Then Secretary Li, together with Section Chief Chen, immediately went to each village office to distribute the donated materials. Each village head further delivered to the villagers in need so that everyone could feel warm in the cold winter. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi had once elucidated that if the rituals offerings could be brought back to eat at home, it's equivalent to making offerings at home to 10 directions Dharma realm spirits. Thus, if these offering materials were donated and sent by each branch temple to the needy people in various places, when they cook at home, it's equivalent to making offerings to 10 directions Dharma realm spirits in various places. Under the instruction of Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi, Lecturer Yuan Feng led the Xihu Classroom to gather the love of the students and the faithful to repack the donated materials of nearly 300 offering tables into 800 packages. Under the assistance of Xihu Township Office, they share these offering materials with the people in need in order to receive the blessings of Wang Chan Lao Zhu. Weixin Report, Chen Zhongda, Xihu Classroom.
Now it's time for us to put aside our annoyance and calm our souls. Let's appreciate the exhibition of the dragon-shaped calligraphy of 500 Tathagatas by the 80-year-old Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi. The 500 dragon-shaped calligraphy paintings of 500 arrowheads painted by Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi had been offered to the ancestral spirits and 10 directions Dharma round spirits during the 99-day ritual. Now, the 500 calligraphy paintings are exhibited at the first floor of Hunyuan Cultural Hall. The exhibition is open daily except Mondays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We welcome friends around the world to enjoy the calligraphy paintings and appreciate the martial arts embedded in the forms of the 500 arrowheads. Before the end of today, let's pray for individuals, families, business, and our common home, the earth, and cultivate the Dharma of world peace with Wang Chan Laozu through reciting Weixin Shengjiao's prayer for world peace. The Naga guardians protect the masses. They transform and resolve grievances to prevent battles. We further pray that humanity achieves mutual love and concern for one another, and pray moreover for everlasting world peace. Thank you for tuning in today. May all human beings be kind, the society be harmonious, and natural disasters and plagues be away. Please stay tuned at 11:30 p.m. of the local time in Taiwan on every Monday, and 11:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. on every Tuesday on Weixin TV. Wang Chan Laozu bless you. See you next week.